Good evening and welcome to the October 28th meeting of the Speedway Redevelopment Commission. I will call the meeting to order at 6:01, and with me tonight is our Vice President Jacob Blaisdell, Secretary Chris Meeder, our members Rhonda Schwartz and Adam Young. Also with us is our school representative Eric Roseborough. In the audience is Eder Lopez, and also with us at the desk is our Economic Director Carmen Lethig. I've confirmed we have a quorum and proper notice of the meeting has been given. Any public comment by email, Carmen? Nope. And nobody in the audience this evening. So we'll move on to our next item, the consent of the regular meeting minutes from September 23rd. Those were previously distributed. Any additional edits or comments? Nope. Seeing none, we'll approve those by consent. Next on the agenda is approval of claims and expenses for the last period. Carmen, any to highlight?
The only, unusual or different one on there is my APA and AICP membership dues. Those are due on an annual basis, and mine are from September to September.
If you know, can you tell us what those letters stand for?
Yes, so sorry, acronym soup there, right? Alphabet soup. APA is American Planning Association, and AICP is our professional certification, American Institute of Certified Planners.
Great.
So, and that is a membership for both the national and Indiana dues with the APA.
Sure. All right. Any questions for Carmen?
Nope.
All right. I will go ahead and entertain a motion.
I make a motion, we approve the claims as submitted.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor of approving, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes 5-0. All right, next is Carmen with the director's report.
Hi, yeah, thank you so much. The first thing I want to talk about real quickly is the loan program. I've talked about the loan program a couple times here and at the town council meeting, so just wanted to give a quick update. So the Redevelopment Commission and I are still working closely together to determine the parameters of the policy and what that program might look like, and I think we're really close to a final draft of the program policy. I have contacted the bank. We have been in discussions with the bank to see how they might partner with us on this program. Given the latest draft of the policy, wanted to touch base with them, and I'm trying to set up a meeting so we can see what that involvement might still look like. So I just wanted to reassure anyone from the business community that more details will be coming soon. We're still working on that. The other thing that last month in this meeting I mentioned that I'd be bringing some contracts for approval for some consultants that would help support the work of the Redevelopment Commission and my daily work. For a few reasons that didn't get complete to the point to bring them this month, but again, still working on that. I just am bringing it up since I talked about it last month at the meeting. And I am just so impressed by how many events the town of Speedway puts on. I mean, you can never be bored here in the town of Speedway. And so you guys can probably talk about this more than me, but there's just been a ton of stuff happening over the past couple of weeks. I really only got a chance to participate in the Taste of Speedway, but it was a great event, and thank you to the chamber for hosting that. I did get a chance to chat with some people that I've already met with and talk to some new businesses. So that was a really great opportunity. And tasted some yummy food too. So, and the last thing that I'll mention, and we're getting ready to talk about that in our next segment of the meeting, but I've been working on a statutory requirement for the Redevelopment Commission. That's taken up a bit of time since our last meeting, trying to get all of that paperwork together. So we'll talk about that here in a second.
And that's a new requirement.
It is a new requirement, yep.
All right. Any questions for Carmen? Great. Thank you for that. So moving right along, our new business item is Resolution 2024-03, a resolution of the Town of Speedway Redevelopment Commission approving its new spending plan.
Yes, so I was trying to work a little segue in there. So this is a new requirement. It's the annual spending plan requirement that all redevelopment commissions have to do as of the last legislative session. It basically is a report that outlays what the commission will be spending TIF dollars on in the next calendar year. And those are the different categories that we have to report on are based on basically the eligible expenditures for TIF funds. So you guys do have a copy of it in your, do you not?
Yes, we do.
Yep.
Okay, good. So you have a copy of the annual spending plan. I've been working with our CPA to come up with these numbers. I don't know how you want me to address this at the meeting. You want me to just go like line by line, or?
Does this get filed somewhere where it's available publicly?
So it will get filed with the Department of Local Government and Finance. I am not sure that it's on the public portal. I think because this is new, it's a little unknown whether or not it's going to be at the public portal or not. But, and I know this isn't exactly what you're asking, but after tonight's meeting, if it's approved via resolution, then we are required to notify the town council with the annual spending plan and the resolution, and then it will get uploaded, like I said, into DLGF's reporting portal, but I don't know if
Gateway.
it's on the public side.
The Gateway program?
Yes,
right?
yep, yeah, correct.
And we had something similar to this, I think, in the past, an annual reporting to the overlapping taxing districts, and that's still going to happen, or is this replacing it?
This is not replacing it. This is an additional requirement. This is very similar to what we report for the overlapping taxing units. That one is a little looser on what we are required to report. There aren't as many like very specific line items, if you will. But this is just an additional requirement. Yeah. So we will still be doing that. I believe it's usually at the end of the summer.
Mm-hmm. Great. More work for you. Well, I guess we go line by line then?
I mean, I guess we can. It's, of course, the vast majority of it's for debt service. But yeah, you can go over the highlight, I guess. Since it's all new, we're just going to
Right.
do our best and then sort of follow along. I think if it's something that's being posted, it's not maybe necessarily for us to do it in the meeting, but if it's not going to be posted, then I guess maybe we should go through it right now.
Yeah, and I mean, we could, yeah, that's fine. I mean, the first category is, as Jacob just mentioned, the debt payments. That's where the majority of funds end up going as paying for the servicing of the debts and the payments of the debt. So that's about $4.5 million. We don't have a program here for educational and training programs. That is an eligible expense. Capital expenditures contemplated by the Economic Development Plan or redevelopment plans. So what we decided to do this year. So this is the numbers and the categories are basically the maximum amount that we think we're going to spend. And I should mention that DLGF has already created a mechanism to amend this plan, and you can amend it. Right now, there are no rules as to when you can amend it or how many times you can amend it. You can amend it as much as you need. So how we have addressed this is looking at it from the things that we either know for sure or based on what we've done over the past 3 years. And so this capital expenditures number is at 1.5 million, and that's kind of basically based on the past 3 years of what the SRC has spent on actual capital improvement projects. So like I said, 1.5 million. Grants and contributions, we have a contribution to local nonprofit organizations, $1,500. I guess I'm just going to kind of go down. Professional expenses, we have $250,000. So these are legal, accounting, consultants, other kind of professional services that we need to basically help us keep track and spend the money and write contracts. Expenditures related to capital and operating expenses for police and fire services. This is also a fairly new eligible expense for the TIF funds at the state level. We may be doing this in support of the town spending some money. We do not know what that amount is yet, so we have put a note in there that the SRC will review this matter and update the document via the amendment process that I mentioned earlier in 2025. Payment of operating expenses, including employee expenses, $375,000. Those are the operating expenses that also get approved via the budget process with the town every fall. Permissible reimbursements to the town, we put $1,000. This is to help support events on Main Street, specifically the Pocket Park that the Redevelopment Commission helped pay for. Let's see, where is our, and yeah, that's our last. So the total of all those expenditures that I called out is $6,716,482. Any questions?
Not yet. We'll see how this goes, our first round, and kind of evaluate as we go. And hopefully this can be a good tool for not only our group, but also other leaders in the town to know what we're up to. So.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Anything else? Any other questions for Carmen? If not, I will entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the spending plan.
I'll second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor of approving the spending plan, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes 5-0. Thank you, Carmen. I do not see any old business listed this evening. Any upcoming community events that we'd like to share?
The town is putting on at the Plaza on Main, November 15th, the movie Elf. So the time is at dusk. I'm not sure exactly what time that'll be, but it's free. It's for everyone to come on out.
Enjoy our beautiful Pocket Park.
Yep.
I think my third grader might have mentioned something about like trick or treating or something happening this week on Thursday. I think that's from 6 to 8, I believe, are the hours for that.
Rain or night,
I think so. No,
bring your poncho.
Centennial planning is going well. As we move into, we just had a meeting last week. As we move into 25, we're going to start meeting monthly, but plans are being made. I believe it's the 9th. The library is hosting a scanning day. So if you have photographs or documents that the historic group would want for recreating the Blue Book for the last 50 years, they would love to see your documents. So you can take them to the library and they'll scan them right there and give them right back to you. So.
You know the year range on that most recent year or Blue Book?
It was up to, 76 to, or 26 to 76. So this is now 76 to 26.
Got one, I just didn't know where it ended.
Yeah, it was the first 50 years. So
Sounds-
the historic group, or I'm not wanting to say group, I don't. they're-
Speedway Indiana Historical Society.
Yes. They are basically updating that. It won't be in book format, I don't believe. I think it'll be online moving forward. So, but they're gathering information and gathering stories to update that. So,
Great. Thanks for sharing. All right. If there's nothing else, I will adjourn the meeting at 6:15.